My Little Eye by Richard Stoneman.
I thought we'd be talking here, if that's okay with you.
Yes, that's fine.
Is it? Good, good. And you've got something to drink?
I still have some whiskey, thank you.
Oh, you're drinking whiskey? Well, we could always ring for a waiter if you need some more.
No, I'm sure I'll be all right with this.
Are you comfy there?
Yes, I'm very comfy here.
Or if you prefer, we could sit by the window.
By the window? No, I'm fine just here, thank you.
Really?
If you're worried the hidden microphones won't pick up our conversation, I'm happy to move.
Bob, this little chat is completely off the record.
Is it?
Of course. Besides, we never get permission to install microphones in the Athenaeum. The Garrick, perhaps. I have to ask you some questions, Bob.
You have to ask them, do you?
Okay, I'd like to ask you some questions about what happened. As I said, this is all off the record, but it would be helpful to clarify some of the background.
If it's all off the record, does that mean you'll keep it to yourself, Oliver?
Perhaps I shouldn't have said off the record.
Ah.
I meant I'm not writing anything down.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, no. But the inspectors and the lawyers, they do like to have a grasp of the basics before they start a review.
So, when you do write down what I tell you, you'll share it with everyone there, the entire office of the Investigatory Powers Commissioner.
If I can establish the facts of the case, I can submit a well-argued proposal for the best course of action.
And you think there will have to be some course of action?
Given the Prime Minister stands accused of conspiracy to murder, I think it highly likely. Maybe go back to the day you returned to London? You flew from Islamabad, arriving very late on the 22nd?
Actually, I drove to Delhi, caught a flight from there. I assume you want me to be accurate.
Oh, yes. Yes, accurate at all times, please. Why did you drive to Delhi?
It wasn't very safe for me to stay in Pakistan. Not for another minute, actually.
Of course not. Silly question. I'm glad you made it out alive.
Yes, I was rather pleased myself.
Yes, must have been unpleasant. That kind of exposure. You know who betrayed you?
Not yet.
Thoughts?
Yes.
Well, let's hope the truth comes out, eventually. You flew back to Gatwick?
Heathrow, actually, if we're going to be accurate at all times.
Would passengers kindly wait until the seatbelt sign has been extinguished before leaving?
Mr. Trench?
Yes.
Would you like to come with me, sir?
I don't know. Where do you intend to take me?
I've been told to get you off the plane before everyone else, sir. There's a car waiting for you on the tarmac.
Mr. Trench, can you get in the car, please?
If you could drop me off anywhere near Clapham Junction, that'd be super.
Just get in the car, sir.
Hello, Bob.
Prime Minister. Good evening.
You're surprised to see me?
No. This sort of thing happens every time I fly premium economy. Your driver seems reluctant to take me south of the river at this time of night.
Larry, can you find somewhere to park round the corner? Somewhere a wee bit quiet.
Yes.
But when had you met the Prime Minister before?
We worked together when she was chair of the Foreign Affairs Select Committee, and she popped over to Kabul on a number of occasions.
Kabul?
It's in Afghanistan.
I know where it is, Bob. I didn't know the Prime Minister ever went there.
She did when she was Foreign Secretary.
I didn't know she went in any capacity.
We kept it very quiet.
Yes, you did. Well done.
Gosh, thanks.
Right, let's carry on. She met you at Heathrow.
Would you mind leaving us alone, Larry? We won't be very long.
Right you are, Mum. That's not a problem.
He's a decent driver. I mean, he gets me from A to B on time, but God knows who he's working for.
Oh, I assume he's working for you.
Oh, yes, he drives me around, but who is he reporting to at the end of the day? Who's he talking to, Bob, about what I've said in the back of the car?
I really can't imagine. You don't have any close protection?
They force some coppers on me when they can. There's a minibus full of them at the front of the terminal, but I wanted to talk to you alone. I don't know who I can trust.
Don't you?
That's why I want to offer you a job.
A job? Yes, I suppose I'll be needing one of those.
You can't do much for MI6 now. Certainly nothing covert.
No, just because my face has been plastered over every newspaper in the Western world and every website in the Middle East, I fail to see why I can't continue in my role as an incognito spook.
I'm glad you can see the funny side.
When you've run away from a lynch mob and survived a couple of car bombs, I'm afraid one can't help but be a tiny bit flippant.
I need your help, Bob. I need someone who's going to tell me the truth.
The truth? About what?
Everything and anything to do with my spies.
Any spies in particular?
All of them. They're all trying to fool me, Bob. I want you to watch them for me. Tell me what they're really doing.
You have people in place already to keep an eye on the spies. Judicial commissioners.
Oh, do you honestly think I believe a word they say?
She doesn't trust the IPCO.
Oh, I'm afraid not.
So she thought she could just appoint you. You? Some kind of Uber commissioner?
If you like.
Reporting to whom?
Just to herself.
And where exactly did you fit in under the terms of the Investigatory Powers Act?
The appointment was informal.
The word you're looking for is illegal. Why on earth did you think you could do a better job than us?
That's a question for the Prime Minister.
One of many. Why did she feel able to trust you if she trusted no one else in MI6?
No, she trusted no one else in MI6, MI5, GCHQ, JI.
My question is why you of all people?
As I said, we'd worked together before, and I believe her husband knew the previous head of MI6, who apparently thought I was a decent sort of chap.
A decent sort of chap? The IPCO employs 70 officials, all of them with developed vetting security clearance, plus a dozen judges and half a dozen technical boffins. Did the Prime Minister offer you any kind of support staff?
She said I could have a driver.
A driver?
And a car. One car, one driver, by the name of Dave, as I'm sure you know.
Yes, I know about Dave. So in the back of the Prime Minister's limousine, you accepted this illegal job. What next?
The Prime Minister joined her bodyguards reluctantly in their minibus, and Larry, her driver, reluctantly drove me all the way to Clapham Junction. To be accurate, a road just round the corner from the station.
You got a problem, mate?
Nothing to concern you, mate. Thanks very much.
Doesn't look like your key works anymore.
No, seriously.
This house still belongs to your wife, but she's had the locks changed in case you ever had the nerve to show your face again. Luckily for you, the bloke who lives here is at a sales conference in Exeter, so he could smash a window, break in, and no one would ring the police. Probably.
Now, look here.
But if I was you, I'd come with me and I'll find you a nice hotel. You need a good night's sleep before you see the Prime Minister again in the morning, Mr. Trench.
Do you mind me asking, who are you?
Dave Sefton. I think the PM told you I'd be driving you around, didn't she? Of course you need to know I really am Dave Sefton. Can't trust no one these days, can you? But I've already thought about that. I've got your old friend Julia Absgood on FaceTime.
What?
Hello?
Mrs. Absgood, it's me, Dave. Can you talk to Mr. Trench, please?
Julia?
Bob! It's true then, you're back.
Apparently. Can you tell me who this chap is, please?
Oh, that's Dave Sefton. He used to work for us. I've known him a couple of years. I believe he floats between departments now, but he's cleared for everything up to top secret, UK eyes only.
So, I can trust him, can I?
To do what?
He wants to find me somewhere to sleep.
Well, then I'd go with him. He knows people at all the best hotels. And the worst.
God.
I'd offer you a bed here, but I'm afraid I'm back with Nigel.
Really? I'm sorry.
The kids are happy, so there we are.
Right, thanks a lot, Mrs. Absgood. We'll be off then.
Night-night, Bob. Come and see me.
Where'd you fancy, Mr. Trench? The Connaught, the Dorchester, or somewhere...
Cheaper?
You won't have to pay. Just leave that to me.
At 7:15 the next morning, you had a meeting with the Prime Minister. No minutes were taken. No private secretary was present. So you'll have to tell me. What did the Prime Minister say to you?
She swore me to secrecy.
Of course she did, and I respect your loyalty. Other people will have the power to recommend your arrest, prosecution, and then almost certainly obtain your conviction if you fail to assist with my inquiries. What exactly did she say?
2 months ago, the day I arrived in Downing Street, I met the heads of MI5, MI6 and GCHQ. They sat on this sofa, in those chairs, drinking my tea, smiling with their dead eyes and their bad teeth. I made them promise to tell me the truth, and they all nodded and agreed they'd be brutally honest.
Rich didn't believe them.
What do you think? Last week, I opened a box, not a red one, the black one, top secret papers. Normally, it's full of JIC briefings, summaries of GCHQ chatter tapes, MI5 threat assessments. But this time, there was something else. A note, handwritten, anonymous.
What did it say?
Konstantin Golovin has been sentenced to death.
Was that all?
There was something about him needing close protection. He deserves our help. Stop this from happening. I can't remember the exact words.
Oh, perhaps I could read the note.
I destroyed it. Put it through the shredder. Burnt the shreds. Set off the sprinklers. The housekeepers went berserk. Took them ages to dry out the carpet
You said
here.
this chap, Golovin, was going to be killed. By whom? Do you mean the Russian Federal Security Service, the FSB?
Golovin used to work for them, but then he turned double agent, leaking secrets to MI6. According to the note.
Did you ask MI6 if that was true?
I had your boss, the chief, standing in front of me, swearing blind he'd never heard of anyone called Konstantin Golovin, which was odd, since I hadn't mentioned Golovin's first name. I also asked the Home Office if they knew anything about the man. The Immigration Department came up with details for a Russian national, newly arrived in the UK, but location unknown.
So you don't know if his life really is in danger, and even if it is, you can't protect him because you don't know where he is.
I can't allow the Russians to kill another defector on UK soil, which is where you come in. You're going to get to the truth. Find out if we do actually owe Golovin a duty of care. Was he really helping MI6 before he escaped from Moscow? No one's talking to me, Bob. Make them talk to you.
I can't see why they would.
Because you have my authority.
Do you think that'll suffice?
Use your charm. Use your guile. Use everything you've got. And start with the Home Secretary. The Right Honourable Gordon Hamilton, OBE, QC, PC, MP.
The man's an idiot.
Yes, but, I think, a harmless idiot.
Ah, so you're the infamous Bob Trench. I've been reading all about you in the Pakistan Observer, the Tehran Times, the Wall Street
You
Journal.
really shouldn't believe anything you see in the newspapers, Home Secretary.
You don't have to tell me, Mr. Trench. The nonsense they printed about my private life over the years.
Yes, all those stories about your sexual proclivities, as if anyone cares about that sort of thing these days.
The point is, it wasn't true.
Of course not.
They faked the photographs, and I have the libel damages to prove it.
Good for you.
Take a seat. There's coffee on the way.
Are we expecting someone from the Met and the security service?
Coppers, yes, but the boys from Box 500 send their apologies.
What?
They're up to their necks, far too busy.
For a meeting with the Home Secretary. They work for you. They report to you.
I don't like to pull rank.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to, as the Prime Minister's Special Assistant for National Security.
Is that what you're calling yourself?
It's what the Prime Minister's calling me.
Oh, sounds very grand, but I doubt it'll cut much ice on Millbank, and I doubt you'll find anyone there who's willing to talk to you. God knows they never talk to me.
Sorry we're late, Home Secretary. Traffic around here is an absolute disgrace.
Someone really ought to do something about it. Hello, I'm Graham Farr.
Bob Trench, hello.
Inspector Farr's one of our brightest direct entry graduates.
Never walked a beat in his life. Morning, Frank Barr.
Commander Barr's in charge of security and protection.
Farr and Barr. Hope I can remember which one of you is which.
I'm the one who knows what he's talking about.
I was just watching some surveillance footage on Al Jazeera. It was you, Mr. Trench, meeting a contact in Islamabad. I think the ISI released a tape to various TV stations just to embarrass you, and now it's all over YouTube.
We're not here to talk about me. Shall we make a start, Home Secretary?
Aren't we waiting for your PPS?
Actually, no. Mr. Trench would prefer this meeting not to be minuted.
But you won't mind if the inspector makes some notes? That's the only reason I brought him.
I can't stop you writing anything down, obviously.
Obviously.
But I must stress that everything we say in here is top secret and must remain so.
Oh. Well, as head of security and protection, I'm not used to dealing with anything top secret.
Does the name Konstantin Golovin ring any bells?
Can you spell that for me?
No.
Golovin. A Russian?
Yes.
Ex-FSB?
Yes.
I've never heard of him.
Have you been asked to provide close protection for Golovin?
We never discuss individual cases.
Why are you asking about this Golovin chap?
It seems his life may be in danger.
Yes, and he's currently in this country. Is he?
According to your immigration department.
Oh, then he's probably still in Russia. You know what they're like down in Croydon.
We don't have to protect everyone, Mr. Trench.
I'm sorry.
Just because someone's life is in danger doesn't mean we're obliged to spend a lot of money stopping other people from killing him.
Careful, Frank.
I thought you didn't discuss individual cases.
I'm talking in general terms. If we, the Met, get told by the Home Office that we have to look after a target, we'll do as we're told. With the Home Office or the Home Secretary, he can decide if the target deserves protection.
Well, obviously I can review the evidence, assess the nature and level of threat, but I'd never make a moral judgment, not even for a man like Golovin.
And I'm saying you should, Home Secretary. Look at Sam and Rushdie.
Oh, not again.
I know, it was a long time ago.
I wasn't even in Parliament, let alone in government.
But the politicians back then who could have said no just caved in. Made the taxpayer fork out for round-the-clock bodyguards, bulletproof cars and a safe house in bloody Hampstead.
Actually, I think you'll find Mr. Rushdie paid for his own protection.
My point is, did he deserve that protection?
I certainly didn't think much of the book Satanic... what's it? I found it very hard to finish.
Putting the inspector's literary criticism to one side, Commander, I'm not sure what parallels you're trying to draw between Salman Rushdie and Konstantin Golovin, a man of whom you claim never to have heard.
I've probably said enough.
Yes, I think you have.
Home Secretary, perhaps you'd like to say something at this juncture?
About Salman Rushdie, no thank you.
About Konstantin Golovin.
As Commander Barr rightly said, we never discuss individual cases. I'm sorry the coffee never turned up, and I'm sorry we've wasted your time, Mr. Trench.
On the contrary, you've all been very helpful. Well, apart from you, Inspector.
In what sense had any of them been helpful?
Well, from what was said and what was not said, it seemed likely that the Home Secretary had been asked to approve a proposal for Golovin's personal protection. According to the note in the PM's black box, approval had not been given.
Do you think the Home Secretary knew Golovin's whereabouts? The joke about the officials in Croydon
was an attempt to make me believe he knew less than he did. But if the Home Secretary was unwilling to share information with the Prime Minister, he certainly wasn't going to share it with me.
So, you went to someone in MI6? An old friend of yours? You may wish to protect Julia Hapsgood, but I'm afraid it's far too late for that. We know all about her involvement.
You understand, she only helped me because I convinced her it was the right thing to do, that she had a moral obligation to assist me with my inquiries.
I'm not sure that morality is a valid defence under the terms of the Official Secrets Act.
But she won't be charged.
For disclosing without lawful authority official information about security and intelligence. Sounds to me as if she broke the law. No?
Julia, don't turn around.
Bob?
Just keep looking up at the board, pretend you can't see which platform you need. Then in 1 minute, walk away, meet me in the festival hall. Ground floor bar. I'll have a G&T waiting.
Where to, Gov?
Gov, really?
What would you prefer, boss? Sir?
How about Mr. Trench? And can you take me to the festival hall, please?
You can walk it quicker.
I want you to carry out some anti-surveillance manoeuvres en route.
What, you think we're being followed?
It's possible.
No, it's not. I've been doing anti-surveillance manoeuvres all the way here. Maybe you didn't notice, because I always keep them subtle.
Going the wrong way up a one-way street hardly counts as subtle, nor does speeding twice around a roundabout.
Is it safe to speak?
I think so. But walk to your left, then go up the stairs.
You have my G&T, I hope?
Yes, and I'm right behind you. No one's taking any interest in us, as far as I can tell.
How very disappointing.
Here's your drink. Cheers.
You're being rather dramatic. And what's going on with you and Dave Sefton?
He's now my driver.
Since when did you have a driver?
Since I started working as special assistant to the Prime Minister.
Aren't you coming back to Vauxhall?
I don't think I'd be very welcome in Legoland. Personas non grata don't get much more non grata than me.
No one blames you for Pakistan.
They shouldn't, but I'm sure they will.
Is it true you were almost blown up?
Only a couple of times.
And your apartment block was burned to the ground?
Yes, but it was a hideous building. Didn't you come and visit me there?
No, I was going to visit you there, but then Nigel found out and started making a fuss.
Oh, yes.
Even though we were supposedly separated at the time and you'd just left your wife.
Well, technically I think she left me.
You weren't together and I thought I was single, but Nigel wasn't exactly thrilled at the idea of me being paraded around Islamabad by the head of station.
Nigel's such an arse.
I did tell you we're back together.
Doesn't stop him being an arse.
He's trying very hard.
To not be an arse?
To make me happy.
I could make you happy.
Bob, don't.
Oh, sorry.
You promised.
Yes.
So, moving on.
Moving on, absolutely. I was hoping you might be able to help me.
With what?
There's a Russian gentleman, name of Golovin.
Konstantin Golovin?
That's the chap. What have you heard?
Quite a lot, actually. I was a little out of the loop, but I checked what I could. You know how I hate to be kept in the dark.
Yes, I do remember.
It seems Golovin started working for us a couple of years ago.
As a double agent, he was still with the FSB?
Yes, but his career had stalled. He knew he was never going any higher in Moscow, so he approached our head of station and offered his services for 50k.
Is that all?
Per annum. Plus relocation to the UK and a big fat pension whenever he decided to pull the plug in Russia.
Which he did quite recently?
About 6 weeks ago.
And he's here now, in London?
No one seems to know. His babysitter was supposed to be keeping him happy in a nice little flat in Mayfair. He had 24/7 protection and plans for a new identity, the complete package. But then MI5 issued a new threat assessment, all the guards were reassigned, Golovin ran away and the babysitter had a nervous breakdown.
What?
Maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but he was certainly having a major hissy fit when I saw him last week in VX.
Who's the babysitter?
He came to see me to lodge a formal complaint about all his concerns being ignored, no one listening to his advice, etc. He was claiming constructive dismissal, the usual bollocks. And I was duty-bound to make a note and pretend he had a chance of getting some compensation or his job back.
Who, Julia? Who are we talking about?
I'm really not sure I can tell you.
You've told me everything else.
Office gossip's one thing, but what I hear as a welfare officer really does have to remain confidential.
Oh, please.
I'm sorry, Bob, but I can't say anything more.
Julia, I have one chance to get back in the game. If I can show the PM I can succeed in this new role she's given me, I might be able to keep the job. If not, I can't imagine what I'll do.
Oh, come on, Bob. Don't play the pathetic loser with me.
Worth a try, I thought.
You can pull off most things, but hopeless failure isn't one of them.
Okay, so this babysitter, just give me a name. Please?
Charlie McKenna. Yeah, I know Charlie.
I know Charlie too. We worked together in Colombia 20 years ago.
He's a good man. Drinks too much, but who doesn't?
Of course, he'd never get into the service these days.
Well, why not?
We're looking for soft skills.
I have no idea what that means.
Emotional intelligence, interpersonal ability, creativity.
Could Charlie have got a note into the PM's black box? Does he still have that kind of skill?
He's got the lot. And he knows all the important people in Downing Street. The messengers, the cleaners.
Any idea where he might be staying?
I could make some calls, see if anyone's heard anything.
Yes, do that, Dave. Please.
What did you make of Dave Sefton? Did you find him helpful? Reliable?
Yes. I hope he's not in trouble.
Surely by now you realise that everyone with whom you've had any contact is in some kind of trouble.
Even those merely doing their jobs?
If their job was ultra vires, by doing it they were by definition breaking the law. Was it Dave Sefton who found the missing babysitter, Charlie McKenna?
Dave knew someone who knew someone, and I know a bit about jazz.
Jazz? How ghastly.
having a good time, Charlie?
Bob? Yeah, what the hell are you doing here?
Can I get you a drink, Charlie?
Oh, come on.
I'll have a scotch, please.
Go on, then. Scotch, large one.
OK, I'll be right back.
How'd you find me?
I heard you've been staying with an old mate in Dalston. I remembered you love a bit of jazz, and the best jazz club in London just happens to be here in Dalston.
What do you want, Bob?
Did you send a note to the Prime Minister about a certain Russian gentleman? You want him protected?
And why does this concern you? Last I heard you were recruiting suicide bombers in Lashkar.
Circumstances have changed, Charlie. Now I work for the Prime Minister, and you, I think, asked her to stop Konstantin Golovin from being killed. Yes or no?
Right, gents, let's go, please. There's a Mercedes floating around the block. Diplomatic plates 248.
Russian embassy.
Yeah.
They're free up and very switched on, so we're out of here.
Scotch, one large
All
scotch.
right, just ditch them and let's go, please, people. Come along, let's go. All right, the Merc's gone, but I don't like the look of them BMs. Everyone wait here. I'll fetch the car.
Don't move, Charlie.
You kidding? I'm not hanging around with you.
Charlie, wait.
You must think I'm stupid.
Just stay there.
Charlie, stop! Charlie!
Everyone down.
Get behind me, Jules.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
How's Charlie?
Charlie, can you hear me?
I'm calling an ambulance. What about the police?
Christ, no.
If the cars were being driven by the Russians, and they were trying to find someone who knew the location of Golovin, then why on earth would they try to kill Charlie McKenna?
I don't think that was their intention. I believe they wanted to grab Charlie, take him away for a quiet little chat, possibly with some waterboarding thrown in for good measure.
But instead they ran him over.
Well, Charlie was so drunk he practically fell underneath their car.
And you think they'd have kidnapped him had Dave Sefton not taken some illegal shots with his unauthorised weapon?
I have no idea about nor any interest concerning the legality of Mr. Sefton's pistol. He did nothing wrong as far as I'm concerned.
Well, let's hope other people agree with you. Do carry on with your story. I think your next stop was the Homerton Hospital?
Jules, go home. There's nothing you can do.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll ring you if I need you.
I really don't mind staying.
Won't Nigel be worried?
I doubt it.
Even so, it's not very safe here, and I think it's about to get worse. Dave, any chance we can get some armed protection for Charlie?
I've got a gun.
Yes, I did notice, but I need some other people right now. You can't look after Charlie all by yourself, just you and your noisy little Glock.
It's actually a Walter PPK.
Very 007. Jules, I'll see you soon.
When?
I'm not absolutely sure. Perhaps now isn't the time to consult diaries. Shall I give you a ring tomorrow?
That would be nice. Good luck, and be careful, Bob.
Charlie, how are you feeling?
Oh, never better.
You look terrific.
Don't make me laugh. No, seriously, it hurts my ribs.
I'm told by the doctors you're going to be fine. Obviously, there are some nasty men out there who want to amend that prognosis.
Obviously.
I can help you, Charlie, but before I do, I really need to know where I can find Konstantin Golovin. You think he's about to be murdered, and you want us to prevent that from happening, so where is he? Why exactly is his life in danger? What's he done, Charlie? Tell me all about him.
Yeah, he's a good man. I met him in Moscow a couple of years ago. He put his life on the line to feed us information, top secret files, pure gold, week after week.
You were his handler?
Till I got expelled. The big tit for tat. We kicked out 20 of them in London, they kicked out 20 of us in Moscow. But I kept in touch with Konstantin as best I could. I promised him he could quit whenever he wanted, and we'd look after him.
You had permission to make that promise, did you?
The chief gave his word, and I believed him. Konstantin finally gave up Moscow 6 weeks ago. got himself to London, and I thought everything would be okay.
What happened?
MI5 decided there was no risk to his life and no close protection was required, which was bollocks. And the Home Office went along with them. And the wankers in Vauxhall just sat on their hands and did bugger all. It's not right, Bob. It's not fair.
Why would MI5 say there was no risk to life if, as you say, there certainly was? What are you keeping to yourself, Charlie?
If I tell you what I know, do you promise to get some protection for Constantine?
I can't promise anything. I can't even promise that you'll get protection, Charlie.
What?
When I leave here, you'll be all by yourself, I imagine. The Russians will come looking for you. Not hard to guess which hospital you went to. They probably followed the ambulance.
I need armed guards. I need coppers outside.
And I can't possibly help you, I'm afraid. Not unless you help me, Charlie.
Help you how?
Give me an address for Golovin. Where can I find your friend?
If I tell you, you'll definitely look after me.
Yes.
And Constantine. You'll arrange protection?
That depends. Tell me everything, Charlie. Everything.
Okay. I've got 2 blokes outside his room, 1 at the end of the corridor and 2 mobile teams in the car park. All of them ex-boat service. The words you're looking for are thank you, Dave? You all right, Mr. Trench?
Just thinking.
Ooh, I'll try not to do too much of that. Does my head in. Where are we going?
Downing Street.
So, you've had an interesting day, Bob.
Interesting, yes. That's one word for it, I suppose.
And what can you tell me?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure what you can tell me?
What I should tell you.
I thought I made it clear. I need someone who tells me the truth.
Yes, but the whole truth? Thank you. Even if it might put you in a rather difficult position.
All my positions are difficult, Bob. Being Prime Minister is just a series of difficult positions, one after the other, day after day after bloody day.
I'm sorry.
So help me out here.
I do actually want nothing more than to make your life a little easier. I'm just trying to be careful.
Don't be careful. Be honest. Tell me what you know. Tell me everything, Bob. Everything.
Now, this is very important, so please be extremely careful with your answers. What exactly did you tell the Prime Minister, and at what time did that conversation take place?
The conversation started at 10:55 and lasted 10 minutes.
You left Downing Street at 11:05?
I left the building then, yes.
Having told the Prime Minister what?
I don't believe in capital punishment. Do you, Oliver?
I'm sorry?
The Prime Minister, I suspect, secretly wishes some murderers could still be hanged. To withhold protection from a man in danger, is that the same as killing the man?
Odd question, to which the answer, of course, is no. Did you ask the Prime Minister the same question?
I told her everything I knew about Constantine Golovin, everything I'd learned from Charlie.
Which you haven't yet shared with me.
And I told her where Golovin was hiding. I gave her the address in Highgate.
So the Prime Minister was fully informed. What next?
She told me to go back to my hotel and get some sleep.
But you chose to ignore her instruction.
Help me out, Dave. I'm in 2 minds.
What's the problem?
Hiding in a penthouse flat at the top of a tower block in Highgate Village is a man who's done some truly terrible things.
Like what?
Let's just say they'd justify a death sentence in any country that still allows it. The Prime Minister has the details. She has to decide whether to send a team of armed police to Highgate to spirit the man away, look after him, give him a new identity, or
what?
Let's go for a drive, Dave. North. Highgate, please.
Were you followed? As you drove away from Downing Street, did you see any suspicious vehicles?
Well, of course. That was the whole point of the journey.
Right, we've got another Mercedes now. And a Lexus.
Well, they're not after us. It's Golovin they want.
Fine by me.
Really? We show them where he is. We're effectively signing his death warrant.
But from what you've told me, I don't have a problem with that.
Trouble is, Dave, I think perhaps I do. Pull over.
You sure?
Yes, pull over, please. No. Yes.
Make your mind up. Right, both Mercedes have stopped. And the Lexus. Now what?
Just let me think.
They're turning round. They're heading south.
You arrived at the block of flats in Highgate at midnight?
Yes.
Were you surprised to find a large police presence at the scene?
No more surprised than I was to find a body on the pavement.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I was hoping to talk to someone in charge.
Oh, yeah. And who might you be?
I might be the sort of person who has this kind of identity card.
Right. I'll put out a call for the SIO.
That's okay, Sarge. I'll deal with this gentleman, thank you.
Right, you are. Sir?
Can you go and help floodlights?
Yes, sir. Straight away.
Inspector Farr, can you tell me what's happened?
It's the Russian chap, Golovin. I'm afraid he's dead.
Is he? Where's the body?
Over there, under the blanket, but I really wouldn't look. Very messy. It seems he jumped from the top floor.
He jumped?
Well, he certainly fell from the top floor. Obviously, the local coppers will make inquiries and...
Obviously. May I ask why you're here, Inspector?
Why? Well, because it's a potential crime scene.
Yes, but surely you don't deal with local crime. This sort of incident gets looked at by the nearest CID officers, not by security and protection.
If there are implications for SAP, I or one of my colleagues will also attend the scene.
Implications? Yes. When was the body found?
About 15 minutes ago.
You got here all the way from Scotland Yard in 15 minutes?
No, I happen to be in Kentish Town, just down the road.
What a very fortunate coincidence.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm implying absolutely nothing. But I suggest you prepare a better story than that, Inspector. I fear a lot of questions are about to come your way.
So, to get this absolutely clear, Konstantin Golovin fell to his death at midnight. I gather the police have yet to find a witness, so still maintain it was probably suicide. Do you know of any reason why Golovin might have chosen to kill himself?
Oh, come on. We both know he was murdered.
You told no one he was hiding in Highgate, apart from the Prime Minister. Do you think, Bob? Do you think it's conceivable she passed on the address to someone who leaked it to the Russians?
Or if she did, who are we to judge her?
The commissioners will judge her. It's quite possible a jury in a Crown Court will judge her. I ask you again, do you think she passed on the address? A quick phone call to someone as soon as you left Downing Street?
For all I know, she spoke to no one else that night and went straight to bed.
Well, you don't believe that for 1 minute.
It doesn't matter what I believe. I wish I'd had the guts to lead the Russians to Highgate, show them where to find Golovin, let them push him out the window. But that's not the sort of thing I'm allowed to do. We don't kill people in MI6, not unless we're in the middle of a desert. We can point out any number of Johnny Towelheads to special forces, stand back as they gun them down in cold blood. That's quite acceptable. But here in London, we have to protect anyone who claims to have switched sides, who suddenly wants to help us in our global fight against terrorism, no matter what they've done in the past, no matter what kind of bastard comes...
Gentlemen, please. Is everything all right in here?
Everything's fine, thank you, Peter. Yes, my guest just got a little overheated.
I see. May I fetch you both another drink?
No, I'm done. Finished.
Nothing more to drink, thank you, Peter.
Very good, sir.
I really don't think there's anything else I can say.
Well, then, we'll leave it for another day. Without giving you too much false hope, Bob, I do feel you may come out of this without any legal repercussions. You've lost quite a few friends in Whitehall, Millbank, Vauxhall.
I can live with that.
However, if the Prime Minister's broken the law, you know you won't be able to protect her.
She deserves protection, unlike Konstantin Golovin.
What actually did he do? Bob, please tell me.
September 2004, school number 1 in the Russian town of Beslan. You remember?
The siege.
The massacre. 334 dead, 186 of them children. Terrified school kids. 3 long days. Locked in their sports hall. Held by Chechen militants. Until the Russian security forces stormed the building. Tanks, rockets, explosives in the gym set off by the terrorists. Dead and dying children and their teachers. And even when they got to the hospital, they kept on dying because the medics couldn't cope with the horror. With the horror.
Did Golovin...
He was working for the FSB undercover, pretending to be a Chechen terrorist. He came up with the idea for the siege. He supplied the arms and explosives. He was nowhere near the school himself, of course, didn't want to risk getting hurt. But he planned it all, so the Russian government had an excuse to crack down in Chechnya and make the rest of the world hate the Chechens with a vengeance, quite literally.
Well, why would the Russians want to kill him now?
I'm guessing he was going to give MI6 the names of the other members of the FSB who approved the plan. Maybe point a finger at someone higher up in the Russian government. The president himself, perhaps. We'll never know.
If the Prime Minister played any
What
part...
she actually did, if she did anything, I doubt she'll ever tell you.
If the Prime Minister lies, I'm afraid her days are numbered.
A Prime Minister who lies, whatever next?
In My Little Eye by Richard Stoneman, Bob Trench was played by Pip Torrens. Oliver Hayward was Julian Rhind-Tutt. The Prime Minister was Siobhan Redmond, and Dave Sefton was Samuel Anderson. Julia Hapscott was Monica Dolan. The Home Secretary was Michael Cochrane. Inspector Farr, Jonathan Bailey. Commander Barr, Justin Edwards. And Charlie McKenna was Matthew Marsh. My Little Eye was directed by Marilyn Imrie and is a Catherine Bailey production for BBC Radio.
This world is endless, so wide, so broad, but somehow I'm still lost in you. The streets are full of moving shadows, countless places I could go. City shining, people passing, yet I still feel so alone. Every road keeps leading nowhere, every sky feels cold and blue. In this world so vast and open, I'm still lost in missing you. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on without us, but my heart remains untrue. For no matter where these feet may wander, I'm still lost in missing you. I have tried to outrun silence, tried to leave your ghost behind, but your name still echoes softly through the corners of my mind. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on without us, but my heart remains untrue. For no matter where these feet may wander, I'm still lost in missing you. Maybe someday I'll stop searching for your face in every crowd, but until that day, this broken heart will keep calling your name out. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on without us, but my heart remains untrue. For no matter where these feet may wander, I'm still lost in missing